Cover your ears, darling.
Wid Yi.
So have you seen Pamela Anderson is now filming her scenes on the new Naked Gun movie with Liam Neeson?
I've seen Pamela Anderson lately on a WhatsApp chat I'm involved in, but it was nothing to do with Naked Gun.
Whoa. You have Pamela Anderson in a group chat?
I mean, someone sent a... No, not Pamela Anderson, that was Katie Price. I'm getting the two of them mixed up. I mean, one tit, another tit, you know.
Yeah, that is that the picture Katie
Yes.
Price with a shit on her chest?
Which I believe you sent me.
No comment.
There's no context. I just randomly, I was like, oh, right, why is Dave sending a... Right, okay.
Yeah,
we'll
it's a
hide that.
picture of Katie Price with a shit on her belly. Now we know why she didn't turn up for a court case.
She was too busy rolling in shit.
She was too busy rolling in this guy's shit for 50 quid.
There's like a cameo started thing.
Look, if Katie Price is listening to this show, we're not taking this literally. We will not actually go out there and cover ourselves in shit for 50 quid.
No.
You want to do that, we're having nothing to do with you.
Would you? No.
That's short and sweet. Would you cover yourself in a guy's shit for 50 quid? Katie Price would.
But we're not that desperate. Right, so back to Pamela Anderson. I can't say her name properly now. Pamela Anderson.
Is that because of Borat?
Yes.
My Pamela! Pamela sounds like a Spanish rice dish with prawns in it.
Nice.
Very nice.
No, I haven't. Very nice. No, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Well, have you seen, you know the wee sea turtle, and this is off on another tangent. If you've got nothing to talk about with the Naked Gun, we'll talk about this, but Squirt, the wee sea turtle from Finding Nemo, is getting his film. You know, the one that nobody understands what they're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, getting his own film, but I'll be honest with you, the amount of movies I've seen called Squirt on Pornhub, it kind of alarms me a wee bit here.
I've got nowhere to go with that.
Well, I could talk about a core childhood memory about you here a wee bit.
Go on then.
About that, watching Eurotrash on a Friday night in my room with the volume down low in the hope of seeing boobs. But in reality, I get some Dutch bloke making pottery with his own shit. I miss Eurotrash.
Everyone misses Eurotrash. Did they not bring it back for like a little special? Anniversary special?
If they tried to bring it back, fair enough, but there is no way a programme like that would get made now. I mean, a dude making pottery out of his own cum or painting with his own jizz or whatever, that ain't ever going on TV again because he's making a painting with his own semen. Oh no, I can't take it, no.
Yeah, that's when Mrs. Doubtfire submits all the complaints. I always remember Friday night telly being so risky.
Friday night telly was a lot better than it is now.
I mean, I remember the furore of watching Father Ted's.
Yes, Father Ted.
That was, in its day, you got to bear in mind, Ireland was still a very sort of conservative, very religious country in the 90s. It was still kind of going through a lot of hell.
That was quite early on, to be honest. So it was about 9 o'clock. It was on Father Ted. Eurotrash was on about 11.
Yeah, half 10, 11.
Half 10, 11, something like that. And it was on for about, an hour.
And it was always that thing, if your parents spied you watching, like, oh, why are you watching that shite again?
Well, no, it would be more a case my mum would go, get that off! And that would be, I'd be chased, and then I'd be
in her strongest Ouija accent, get that off!
Get that off, you wee shite!
By the way! Don't know why I'm going all full Ouija. My mum was very liberal in that respect, in that we were allowed to watch it, but I think she had worries. Why are you watching a guy doing pottery out of shit? Well, I've got an art exam next week. All right, okay, fair enough then.
I'd hate to be in your art class, to be honest. If you've dropped your trousers and you're shitting in a potter's wheel, and then you and your art teacher are reminiscing the scene from Ghost where Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze have this giant turd on a spinning wheel. Oh, my jobby, my Tolly.
Go on, drop another one, Sam.
Wid Yi.
Congratulations, another film completely ruined for everyone.
When was the last time you actually had a shit and you didn't need to wipe? You know, it just slid out and there was no wiping needed.
I always still do, just as a precaution, just in case.
Well, yeah, you can use a wee bit of toilet paper. If there's nothing in there, you just sort of walk away. That is called a ghosty. And that's us back to the film Ghost. So,
wow. Wow.
I've made ghosts into shit.
And shits into ghosts. Right. While I remember, we've got a guest joining us in a little bit.
Yeah, he's on next. He's out in the lobby waiting for us.
I thought you were going to say he's out having a jobby waiting for us.
He might be having a jobby in the lobby with Mr. Blobby.
Yeah, I really hope not. Let's get in one Wid Yi before we bring him in. I mean, I hope he knows what he's...
I don't think he knows what he's in for, to be honest with you.
I think he does. Thoughts and prayers.
Well, here's one on our YouTube. We've got one from Gordon Anderson, QQ5TQ. What is it with YouTubers having funny names?
I don't know.
Is Elon Musk breeding these people?
Quite possibly.
I mean, I'm sure he's got a child called E=MC² or something like that.
Before we get into your Wid Yi, he is fucking about with Twitter again this week. I've noticed now.
Is he really?
It's like he watches Facebook going to shit, going, right, well, Zuckerberg's done that. Maybe if I make it worse. All the tweets I see now, you know, when you go into the replies to see the subsequent tweets, it now sorts them to like most relevant. I mean, how does AI know what's most relevant to me? Leave it as most recent. Leave it in chronological order.
I prefer it in chronological because if it's most relevant, all the good shit's been taken away, has it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's been purged. Yeah. So yeah, that's my rant for the week. Elon Musk, stop fucking about with Twitter.
Yeah, Elon Musk, please name people regular names. I'd love to read one. Here it is from Bob Smith. Nice and easy. Instead of me having to say Gordon Anderson -QQ5TQ. Is that? Yeah. QG5TQ,
right.
Sorry. Yeah, that makes it even easier to say.
Right, anyway, he's left us one.
He's left us one. And he's asking us this. Would you drink a pint of your mate's sick for 100 grand?
Oh.
A pint of your mate's sick for 100 grand.
Is it warm sick?
I would imagine it's fresh. I would really, really hate to think if my mate has puked in a pint glass and left it in the fridge nice and cool. You know, it doesn't make it any better if it's cold sick or hot. Sick is sick.
I mean, I don't like carrots. It would have to be blended.
This reminds me, actually.
Oh, God.
This was about 15 years ago. It might have even been a wee bit longer than that. But I was in an Irish bar in the town. And as I'm taking a piss, standing at the urinal, what is it I see at my feet? A Guinness glass with a turd in it.
Right.
Thank fuck the neck nominations weren't about at that time. That's all I'm thinking right now.
Oh, dear. Right. A pint of sick for 100 grand.
I suppose I could say, well, here's actually a thought, right? Sick already is blended.
Yeah.
Because you eat stuff, you chew it down, you blend it in your mouth and you swallow
Digestive
it.
system.
Then you bring it back up, it's already... So blending it ain't going to do very much.
If I can strain out the carrots... Oh, do I even want to finish what I was about to say there? Oh, yeah, if I strain out the carrots, I'll maybe give it a go. No, someone else is sick. It's 100 grand.
100 grand, that's the guts of your mortgage paid off in one go.
With someone else's guts.
Well, here's another one. I remember playing beer pong and I had to down my pint because somebody got the ball in my cup.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I'd already had 9 pints at this time, so it was quite full, and I was about halfway through it. I puked in the glass, filled it up again, knowing that I'm going to let the team down here, and I just drank it in front of it. So I drank my own puke. Then I went outside and barfed my guts up, but I still won us that game.
Technically speaking, right, if you're going to puke in a really bad environment and it kind of gets as far as your gob, you'll do that anyway. I don't think it's necessarily the fact of drinking puke. I think it's the fact it's someone else's.
So you're saying you wouldn't do this for 100 grand?
Not a chance.
I would consider it.
But then you've done it already.
I've done it with my own puke. I've not done it with my mate's puke.
I mean, I've got 100 quid. I could Wid Yi it.
Well, no. I'm not doing it for 100 quid. 100 grand.
Wid Yi.
I hope this bucket here doesn't contain puke.
What, your chicken?
The chicken, yeah.
Oh.
So what do you want here? We've got a bucket of chicken here.
I like chicken.
You like chicken?
Yeah.
I like chicken. Well, I've got
I
leg.
like chicken, I like liver.
Meow mix, please deliver. Would you like a leg?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of chicken legs.
You're not a fan of chicken legs?
No.
Are you a fan of chicken thighs?
I like chicken boobs.
You like chicken boobs?
Chicken boobs are nice.
Oh, well, what kind of chicken do you like, though?
Fillets.
Oh, well, we don't have chicken fillets in the bucket, but we've got chicken fillets here in the studio. Hello.
Right, hang on. You were assigned the name Chicken Fillets at birth.
No, thankfully not.
Mr. and Mrs. Fillet had a child. And what we're going to call him? Are we going to call him beef sirloin? No. Let's call him chicken.
This sounds like it's going to be some kind of sympathy video. I was assigned the name named Chicken Fillets at birth. Please don't judge me.
Sounds like a Channel 5 documentary.
Netflix will pick this up next week.
Living with Chicken Fillets.
It actually sounds more like a 90s Macaulay Culkin film, you know.
What are you suggesting? Like Kevin from Home Alone's big brother's now called Chicken Fillets, and he's got a sister called Big Mac.
Being brought up in a chicken coop.
Well, you're clearly thinking of Chicken Little.
Chicken Little.
The sky's falling. I shouldn't really know that much about Chicken Little.
Oh God! Right. Well, this was a great idea. Let's invite someone in and just completely and utterly screw up everything. Insult them? Yes. Hash up movie titles?
Yes. We've had all that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talk about drinking puke? Why not?
He didn't hear that part.
Well, it's going to get worse, so don't worry.
Are you talking about drinking puke here, or semen, or
all of the above?
What's the difference between love, true love, and showing off? Spitting, swallowing, and gargling.
Oh dear.
Right, welcome along anyway. Why are you here exactly?
So, I've been invited on for two reasons. One, because, well,
Your chicken
and
fillets.
Chicken Fillets. I'll give a quick introduction of who I am for anyone who's going, what the hell's a chicken fillet on this?
We know you. We know your name's not really Chicken Fillets.
Yeah,
It's
so
fine. It's a social media handle.
Yeah, so my name's John, aka Chicken Fillets. I'm also vocalist for an Aberdeen band, The Julian Year, where we've got an EP coming out soon. And the
Shameless plug.
Yeah, I know. And the Chicken Fillets thing is my YouTube handle. And the reason it's called Chicken Fillets is because of the chipper that I had once, and I thought that'll do for a YouTube name.
So you just walked in there. Are you taking it like Bono got his name from a place that sold hearing aids?
Hey?
He said, oh, yeah,
Hey?
that's where he
What?
got his stage
What?
name from. What? For the starving children, I've called myself after my dad's hearing aid. And you've just basically come along and said, I've named myself after Chip Shop. Chicken Fillets.
my old YouTube name, folk, it was my gamer tag on PlayStation. Folk tried to keep on adding me when I started adding comments to videos.
Right,
Some
okay.
random, so I thought, I've got to change this. And then I was like, thinking what I'm going to change it to. Went for a chipper that night, got chicken fillet supper. Just had it as, that'll do.
Now, for anyone who knows Aberdeen, did you stumble out of Drummond's at this point, fall into the Belmont chipper, and this is how this all happened?
Weirdly enough, I was sober for this one.
Wow.
There's just no explanation then.
Yeah.
I thought it would be like a drunken random thing. I'm kind of strangely disappointed that it's not.
No,
I was hoping for a bit more of a story here.
No, it's just the chipper.
Do you want to name the chipper, or the chicken fillet is that amazing?
No, because it's not that amazing.
Oh, right.
They'll be booming the business for it. I'm not hyping it.
So is this like your Wayne's World moment where you go, we do not bow down to corporate sponsors? And you hold up a little Belmont kebab shop box. They do them, I don't know.
To be honest, we're sat here with a bucket of KFC in the studio.
Yeah, and I'm drinking a nice glass of Pepsi, which is invisible in my hand, but no one's going to see that.
But they can hear you drinking, going. To be honest, with this podcast being fucking no visuals, it's just sound. If we make that sound again,
That's
it sounds a bit different.
I'm definitely staying this side of the desk. Right, shall we do one?
Shall we do one?
Shall we throw a widget chicken fillets?
We've got a widget right here. We don't know what they are yet, so we just take them out of the hat.
They're not going to be that bad, don't worry.
Okay. Here we go. So you're sat next to me, right? Would you stick a remote-controlled vibrator up your bum and give the control to the person sat next to you, then go out on a hot date for 300 quid?
Before you even think about this, I'm looking at the numpty you've got sat right next to you.
And so you go out on a hot date, and I'm sat at the end of the room with this button that's just going to make you go at my discretion.
I already feel so sorry for Mrs. Chicken Fillets.
Mrs. Fillets is going to listen to this and be like, what? First of all, right, 300 quid for that? No. No, and not even any amount of money, I don't think.
So you do it for nothing?
Right, let's make the hypothetical here, right?
Hypothetical,
If you have the controller, right?
Yep.
And you be following me about the place.
Yep.
And I ken this, you would just be going...
Oh, no.
The whole time.
No.
Why am I even thinking about this?
He gets in your head like that.
I would actually take it and just do it at the most opportune moment. You're walking about the street, it wouldn't bother me. But as soon as you start asking somebody for like going to buy popcorn at the cinema or something, then I'll press the button and watch you go and drop popcorn all over the place. I will wait for the perfect moment.
You know what my answer is going to be here. I mean, and before you jump to conclusions, it's going to be a nay chance. But it's just the logistics as well of it.
Right.
You know.
No, not really.
The
The logistics are your arse is a truck. Your arse carries the cargo. I have the control. It's a logistical problem.
What we're saying is, Lord G is the banksman.
I am the referee. Well, okay, right. We'll maybe change it a wee bit. If Martin had the control here, would you do it?
Still no.
In fairness, I forget everything. You hit 40 and life just turns to shit. I'd forget I have the remote control.
Because the thing is, right, if you're turning it on Martin, right?
Right.
The thing is, if he's saying he's going to forget it, you're not going to get your 300 quid because you'll be like, oh, mate, I've got this shoved up my arse, you know. And you'll be like, well, why is it up there then?
Get it out of there. Oh, yeah.
So the answer to that is a straight nay chance.
The worrying thing is, though, how much thought and effort and planning he's already put into this for you.
You say that. I took the widget out of the hat like we do every other time. Here we are.
At some point, he's sat there thinking about these and gone, I wonder what I can shove my arse shove up my arse today. Shove my arse?
Do you want to know? We talk every night, me and Martin, about putting things up our bums for this show.
Whoa. Nope, I'm being Switzerland here. I'm staying the fuck out of that.
Well, was it not last week we were on about sticking tree seeds up our bums?
The eerie silence. It was like, what?
Did we?
Yeah, so in an episode, we just stick a tree seed up your bum and let it grow.
Let it grow.
I mean, therapy
Let it grow. The tree outside your arse. Let it go. Let it go. The tree is sprouting hard. And that's why I'm the vocalist of the Julian Year. EP out soon.
Wid Yi.
Oh, that's Frozen Chaton again.
To be honest, Frozen was shit anyway, but we've already spoken about shitty Frozen and Frozen shite.
I don't want to know why you're freezing your shite, but you know, that's your own preferences. But remember, and I will do this little plug for you with my YouTube voice.
We like plugs.
He has a YouTube voice.
The boys here would like your questions, the widgets, you know, well, they've got to answer, whether it's pulling things out the butts for some reason, you know, these sort of things that these chaps get into.
The worrying thing is, the ones that he seems to luck out of when he goes into the little Tupperware box always involve things either going in or out of his ass. Or my ass.
Is there something you're trying to tell us?
We just stick something up your bum.
But yeah, as Chicken Fillets was saying, hit us up with your widgets, and we'll try and get through them.
And we're on all the usual socials. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We're on the lot, Spotify, Amazon. And give us your widgets. We'll write a show.
And while you're there, give Chicken Willets a follow as well, because he will not threaten to shove
I'm
things
sure
where the
his
sun
name's
don't
Chicken
shine.
Fillets.
What did I say?
What the hell's a Chicken Willet?
Oh,
Chicken
God,
Willets, you know what? You know,
It's like Bruce Willis, but Chicken Willets.
That's a Temu version of me.
If Wish did Chicken Fillets, they'd be medium rare.
Chicken Willets.
Oh, Christ on a bike. Right, shall I do one?
Yeah, let's do one.
Who are we asking this to? Will we...
I suppose you ask. We'll put it to the table.
We'll put it to the table.
Yeah.
Well,
Put it to
okay,
the table,
okay.
you know.
The table. We have a table now.
Table!
I am the table.
Ooh, this is an interesting one. This is an interesting one. Would you go to jail for 10 years for £10 million?
Yes.
There was absolutely no thought for it.
No,
There was
right.
just like, no.
I'll be honest with you, right? I go to my job every day. I don't make anything near that kind of money. Now, put it this way. If you go to jail for 10 years, you're sewing mailbags and putting up with shit, and you're going to make... You're going to make more than 100 times your usual wage than going to work.
Right, okay. counter argument. Have you been to the Peterhead Museum?
I have,
the jail?
yes. That's the old jail. The new jail is lovely.
What, have you been there personally? Oh, well, I'm booking myself in for the...
If
you
Peterhead
go to
did
the-
Airbnb.
You know, you go to the old Peterhead Nick, it's all Victorian, it's all a bit run down. It's the way a jail should be. But you go to the real Peterhead Nick next door where they've got, the worst room has a PlayStation 4 in it.
The funny thing is, you mentioned Airbnb, and if you were to get like the Peterhead jail cell, like high security, I don't know the levels there, the high security on Airbnb, you'd still get shafted for the cleaning fees. That would be your 10 million down the Swanee. So no, I would not be doing the 10 years.
Right, hang on. Airbnb and you get shafted 10 million quid for a cleaning bill. Where the hell are you staying?
Well, Peterhead jail in this circumstances.
Can you just imagine Bob, the landlord? He left his semen stain on the mattress.
10 million.
He did a dirty protest and wrote his name up on the wall.
That's 1 million right there.
£1 million to clean that up. That's a bit overcharging though. Surely a fuck.
I mean, absolutely no is the answer. I'd rather not be incarcerated for 10 years. Do you know? No.
I mean,
and then 10 million, but that's still, your time gone.
And
but it's £1 million a year as a salary.
The worrying thing is he needed the paper to work that out.
No. I just couldn't remember the values. I couldn't remember if it was $1 million or 10 million.
The thing is, though,
right?
He makes a good point, right? Money's not the... God, I'm going to sound right wanky here. Money isn't everything. You don't get those 10 years back. And what if something really bad happens in that time? What if, you snuff it? Well, you're not going to get the 10 million quid anyway.
Well, no. What I would do, I'd make my own decision here and I would say, I'll do it, money up front.
And then you go on the run.
Then
that would be the 10-year cat and mouse game. But you could technically do that then.
Yeah,
because
for 10 million quid, you can get a bloody identity change and you could go and live in a little island somewhere.
This is sounding very Shawshank-esque. Do you go meet Morgan Freeman with your 10 million quid at the end?
There's a little island that Epstein used to own. Stay away from that.
Oh my God.
Well, that Airbnb went down the Swanee, didn't it?
Morgan Freeman's not going to save us from that one.
Thanks for listening.
Would you do us a favour and check back again next week?
And don't forget to find and like us on the socials.
Wid Yi.